And we're back. He's taken his team to 5 NCAA tournaments in the last 7 years. He had a streak of 7 MAC titles in a row at one time, and he's currently the all-time winningest coach in Bowling Green women's basketball history. But after losing 6 seniors, including Lauren Prohaska and Tracy Pontius, Curt Miller has an extremely young team this year. But he's up to the challenge. Tonight, it's Miller time as we go one-on-one. Curt, first of all, thanks for coming in tonight. And talk about your off-season, Jay. Did you have a good off-season? Have a good summer?
We did. We had to try to figure out what we were going to do after graduating 6 seniors and 6,000 points. But it was fun to watch the young kids come into the program, and a great summer out recruiting, trying to continue to rebuild the program again. But great summer, always staying busy on the recruiting trails.
What's it like having that brand new palace that we like to call the Stroh Center? That place is nice.
It's fantastic. Moved in on July 1st and immediately hit the road. But when we got off the road at the end of July, it was nonstop getting out of boxes and giving tours to new recruits. But it seems like we've died and gone to heaven, where you didn't get to tour Anderson with recruits. Now when recruits come, it's hard to leave the building. You get to show them everything in there. And we're very spoiled now to be in the Stroh Center.
Yeah, the recruits are coming out. What do you play? Yeah, don't worry about that one.
We couldn't get out of Anderson quick enough if it wasn't a game night. And game night Anderson was great, but now we finally have a wow factor. When young recruits walk onto campus and they look around the Stroh, they can envision themselves playing college basketball at a high level.
And you've got a lot of young players. I mean, you lost Lauren Prohaska. Obviously, she might have been the best player ever in the MAC. I mean, she was just unbelievable. And you mentioned the 6 seniors. How much of a transition is it going to be for you, especially early on, to get this group to mesh, to get these ladies that have literally no game experience playing college basketball at a very high level?
Absolutely a big transition. 9 freshmen and sophomores.
Wow.
And when you think about it, 9 freshmen and sophomores, we graduated 4 senior starters, 6 seniors in total. When you talked about that senior class, not only were they talented, but they had so much game experience. They played over 100 games in their college career. Now you're going to battles early on this season with kids who've never played a college basketball game. There's going to be growing pains, and we talk about it right now. We're going to be a different team in January than we are in November, and it's 13 non-conference trial runs to get ready for a very, very competitive MAC season.
Well, I think you put it good when you said you're going to be a different team in January than you are in November, and even in March, because that's the goal every year, to get better and to be peaking during the tournament. And you've been able to do that. You have 5 NCAA tournament appearances, all the MAC titles you've won over the years. Come March Madness, you can bet Bowling Green is going to be playing darn well.
Well, we hope so. We've talked about that as our culture, to get better throughout the year and be peaking at the right time. 7 of the last 8 MAC tournament championships, we've been there. The only year we weren't, we got beat in the semifinals in double overtime. So 8 years in a row, we put ourselves given ourselves a chance to win that MAC tournament. So we have the blueprint, we have the culture in our program, but we have a lot of youth. So we got to be patient, which is not my strength, but we got to be a little patient early on and continue to develop these young kids. I love our freshmen. It's just going to take them some time.
Throw out some names. Who are some of the young players, up-and-coming players we're going to see this year for BGSU?
Well, an exciting point guard in our program now, Logan Pastor. Remind some of the old faithful BG fans of local star Kate Octor.
Oh, yeah.
A slashing type, strong, athletic type of point guard. Not a great three-point shooter, but more of a slasher and a really good distributor of the basketball. 2 outstanding wings, one from Michigan and one our first recruit from the Chicago area. Jasmine Matthews from Chicago and Deborah Hoekstra from Michigan, both really, really productive three-point shooters, but have good speed and athleticism to help us defend also.
What kind of goals with such a young team and it being early, what kind of goals do you set?
Well, we're not going to change our expectations in the culture. We have a goal to be playing our best basketball come March. We want to put ourselves in position not only to win the regular season of the MAC East, but also to make a run in the MAC tournament. But we know those are lofty goals. On paper, we're not there with this young team. We just lack the experience. So it'll be a journey. It certainly will be a journey. And we know teams like Toledo and teams like Miami and Akron have experience and have talent that in their upperclassmen. And so we have a long journey this year, but we're not going to change our expectations. We've created that culture, and we'd like to continue it.
Will this be your toughest job this year as far as coaching?
I think the toughest in terms of patience, because we've come to expect excellence. We have prided ourselves never to get too high, never to get too low, but this will be trying at times, especially early on, as we figure out how this team needs to play to be successful and who's going to score when we graduated all those points.
A decade of BG, every offseason your name comes up because you've been so successful over the years. You had New Mexico and Cal looking at you last year. How close have you been recently to leaving?
Well, it's always flattering when people contact you, and I think you owe it to your family to listen. But what is extra special about Bowling Green is the community. It's a great place for me to raise my boys. It's a great place to coach women's basketball. When you look at Bowling Green and then Toledo and the fan bases that our two MAC programs have, it is a fantastic area for women's basketball, and we're very spoiled with that. We're given all the support we need from BG. We always, will want more in order to be successful, but it's a place that you can win. It's a great place to raise a family. So it's going to take something extra special ever to lure me away from Bowling Green. But it's flattering, and I think you owe it as a coach to listen to opportunities, but that doesn't mean it's ever a better opportunity than what you have.
It is a tribute to you, Coach, and we wish you the very best. We're happy to have you. We don't want any more off-season chasing phone calls to New Mexico and Cal. We got Curt right here. He's our guy.
Thanks, Joe.